I used to be lost in the noise of my own existence. Not the noise of the streets, but the deafening roar of a mind that never learned how to shut up. I was productive, yet I was empty. I was connected, yet I felt completely alone. Until I stood before this waterfall. Look at it. There's a strange irony in our modern world. We've built a civilization that never sleeps, yet we've never been more tired. We've created a web that connects everyone, yet we've never felt more disconnected from ourselves. I look at my phone and it's a non-stop barrage. Emails, headlines, the latest crisis, the latest must-have. It's like we're standing in the middle of a hurricane trying to read a map. We think if we just run faster, if we just process more data, we'll eventually reach a place of peace. But the peace never comes, because the noise isn't out there, it's in here. Back in the 4th century, there were people who saw this coming, long before the internet. They were the Desert Fathers. One of them, Abba Moses, once told a struggling follower, "Go, sit in your cell, and your cell will teach you everything." Think about that for a second. We spend thousands of dollars on retreats, therapy, and self-help apps, but Moses' advice was free. The cell wasn't a prison, it was the silence. He knew that the moment you stop running, the truth catches up to you. Today, our cell is the 5 minutes before we check our notifications in the morning. It's the drive home without the podcast playing. It's the void we are so desperately trying to avoid. We fear the silence because it's a mirror, and for many of us, the person staring back is a stranger. We've spent so much time being busy that we forgot how to just be. The inner citadel. We have this idea that peace is something we find, like a hidden beach on a vacation. We think, if I can just get through this week, if I can just finish this project, then I'll be calm. But life doesn't work that way. There will always be another week. There will always be another project. If your peace depends on the world being quiet, you will never be at peace. The world is never quiet. Let me tell you about Admiral James Stockdale. In 1965, his plane was shot down over Vietnam. He spent 7.5 years in the Hanoi Hilton, one of the most brutal prisons imaginable. He was tortured. He was kept in solitary confinement in a room that was never dark and never quiet. How do you survive that? Most people didn't. The optimists died first, the ones who said, "We'll be out by Christmas," and then Christmas came and went. Stockdale survived because he was a Stoic. He had memorized the works of Epictetus. He realized that while his captors controlled his body, they didn't own his inner citadel. He found a silence inside himself that was deeper than the screams in the hallway. He told himself, "I am not what is happening to me. I am the one observing it." In our world, we aren't in a prison camp, but we are prisoners of our own reactions. We let a mean comment on social media ruin our entire afternoon. We let a delayed flight break our spirit. We have no citadel. We have no walls. Stillness is the process of building those walls, not to shut the world out, but to give yourself a place where you can breathe while the world is burning. The luxury of nothing. I've been thinking a lot about space. Not outer space, but the space between things. The silence between notes in a song. The pause between breaths. In our culture, space is seen as wasted. If we have a blank wall, we hang a picture. If we have a blank hour, we schedule a meeting. But have you ever noticed that the most beautiful part of a painting is often the part where the artist didn't paint? In the mid-1800s, Henry David Thoreau did something that his neighbors in Massachusetts thought was insane. He moved to a tiny shack by Walden Pond. He didn't go there to achieve anything. He went there to simplify. There's a beautiful moment in his journals where he describes sitting in his sunny doorway from sunrise until noon, wrapped in a reverie, amidst the pines and hickories and sumacs. He said, "I grew in those seasons like corn in the night." The people in town saw him as lazy. They saw a man doing nothing. But Thoreau was doing the most important work of all. He was clearing the weeds from his mind. He realized that wealth isn't about how much you have, it's about how much you can afford to leave alone. When was the last time you sat in your sunny doorway? When was the last time you let the corn grow in the night? We are so obsessed with doing that we've lost the art of becoming. Stillness isn't a lack of activity. It's a high-level activity of the soul. It's the only time we actually consolidate who we are. The great return. So, where does this leave us? We can't all move to a shack by a pond. We can't all be Roman emperors or desert monks. We have bills to pay. We have families to feed. We have phones that won't stop ringing. But here is the secret. You don't need to change your life to find stillness. You just need to change your relationship with the noise. Stillness is a choice. It's the choice to wait 3 seconds before you react to that angry email. It's the choice to walk to your car without looking at your screen. It's the gap. And in that gap, you find your freedom. The beauty of the quiet mind. When you start practicing this, something beautiful happens. You start to see the world in high definition. The colors of the trees seem a bit more vivid. The sound of the wind feels like a conversation. You realize that the boring parts of your life were actually the most sacred ones. You become a rock in the center of the flow. The water still rushes. The world still turns. But it doesn't move you anymore. You are the observer. You are the stillness. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. In a world that fights for every second of your attention, the fact that you chose to be still here with these thoughts means everything. If this journey brought you even a moment of peace, I'd be honored if you joined our community. Hit the like button if these words resonated with you, and subscribe to Quiet Turn to help us keep the silence alive. Go within today. The silence is waiting for you, and it has so much to tell you. Until next time, stay still.